Welcome back to another episode of the One Adventure More podcast. It has been a bit of a hiatus for us, but we are back and better than ever. So I wanted to give you guys a quick recap, because I certainly don't remember what happened. Left off, our party was split in twain. Jason Bourne and Silver Penny were on the run from the catastrophe that went down at Hustle Gym, and they escaped to the ferry, where they faced numerous trials, including but not limited to a fire giant in the water. What a weird mix-em-up. Where they then made their way to Long Island City in an attempt to find their friends, but were intercepted by a horseman, presumably of the apocalypse. Who can say? But just as it looked like Silver Penny was about to get the proverbial axe, she was saved by a flying meteorite, and she was able to escape, leaving Jason Bourne and previously not mentioned Beale to recover, as Jason was on the brink of death, it seemed. However, Jason was then rescued by Uriel, who showed up and carried both him and Beale back to safety. Meanwhile, Jody DePietro and Skip had been loaded into a helicopter to go meet with Paul's benefactor, Mr. Franklin, who whisked them away via helicopter to his penthouse, also in Long Island City, where he made them an offer to work with him, help him secure power within the apocalypse. They promptly refused, and they were still generously given transport out of there, which they then immediately drove back to Manhattan, following the path of Uriel that they saw flying through the sky. They made their way back to the church just as Uriel was able to land and deliver Jason, wherein he approached a door in the back and announced himself saying, "Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne." Juicy times last time. We're very excited to dive into this one, so please enjoy yet another episode of Survival Job.
Nobody has any fucking respect anymore.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
This could go very poorly. This is gonna work. This is totally gonna work. It didn't.
We're back. So, as we left off, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. And Uriel throws open the door and carries you into this smaller room, lies you down on like a reclining chair, across this teeny tiny little back room, sitting, looking over an iPad, is a man, long, flowing brown hair, a well-trimmed beard, wearing a white suit. Looks up. Yeah, right. Comes over, lays a hand down on you, and all of your physical stress is completely healed.
Whoa! Oh, shit.
Because you turned into wine.
Wait, does that also get rid of my broken skull deficiency?
Yep.
Whoa!
What about his ED?
No.
Nah, I still got that.
And he stands up. How you feeling?
Oh, I actually feel great.
Good. You took quite a fall there.
Yeah, holy fuck. Holy shit. Shit.
It's fine. It's okay. You're not the first to have that reaction.
You're Jesus Christ.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. I'm a fan. Well, I don't know. I'm not really a fan. Well, I'm not a fan. I'm a little uneducated about the process.
It's all right. It's all right. I know.
How are you? What's?
I could be better, to be honest. It's been a bit of a stressful week.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag.
Yeah. But I'm confident that it's about to get a lot better.
Cool.
Tell me something. How do you feel about Paul?
Wait, we're talking about Jim Paul, right?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know, because you disciple or something. But, Paul is... He fucking sucks.
Yeah. You don't like him?
No, not a fan. Yeah, he took a girl that I really like.
I know.
So that was not chill. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I can't really do much about it. You can.
Well, at the moment, I'm a little divided.
Right. Why?
Well, I can't directly influence what goes on here because it interferes with the faith that I'm trying to instill in the people. However, Paul is about to lead an attack on a group of people who I feel embody my teachings a lot better than he does. And while I cannot directly go and smite anyone or stop anyone, I can task you with stopping Paul. And I was wondering if you would play a part.
You want me to be one of your angels?
No.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, no. I thought that was crazy too.
I mean,
I just wanted to make
it's,
sure we were on the
I
same
don't
boat.
really, that's not, you can't really do that.
Yeah, it's not like a transitive.
But,
right.
my son, you could be one of my saints.
Whoa. What do I have to do for that?
Take on Paul. Stop him from bringing harm to the people of Governor's Island.
Okay.
Save Raquel.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Do I have to fight? Like, do I have to fight him though? Because he's like kind of.
Yeah. Probably. I don't think he's gonna go down without a fight.
See, here's the thing. Like, if you're like Jesus, are you supposed to tell me to like fight people? Because I think that's kind of like.
I don't think you should harm anyone that you don't have to.
So fight him with the power of word.
If you think that'll work, I support that.
Or if you have weapons.
I can give you no more. But go forth, my son. I expect to see you soon.
Okay.
I believe in you. Use the resources here. Speak with the angels. They will help you.
Cool. Thanks, Jesus. Wait, so if I'm like a saint now, am I like Saint Jason Bourne?
You're not a saint yet.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
One more. Because people were like divided about this, like racially speaking, you're not like a white guy, right? Because like a lot of people
I can look
in
like
America,
he changes from, he looks like a white guy right now, he changes to being darker skin, he changes to a black man, he changes to an Asian man. Like, I can look like anybody. It's really
right.
just,
I was just saying because like there's a lot of like right-leaning people in this country.
yeah, they've sort of
they're pretty
run with their own
steadfast.
narrative. I don't really, you know,
I'll
I don't
tell
really,
them.
I haven't really honestly appeared in a long time.
Right.
So people
We've
wouldn't know.
noticed actually.
People would. I've been pretty busy.
I don't know about January 6th, but you probably
I was
should have
not
been
there. Yeah, I was not there. Can't speak to that.
Right.
I stayed clear of that one.
Yeah. Maybe in the future, you could.
Well,
pop
when
in.
the world's not ending, we can talk about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Go forth.
I will.
See you soon.
I grab his hand.
He shakes your hand.
With both hands.
He shakes your hand.
Okay. Wow. Do I feel anything?
Yeah.
Like a tingle?
Yeah. I'll leave that up to your interpretation.
All right.
And with
Now
that,
your ED is cured.
with that, he's out. With that, you are ushered out by
Okay.
Uriel.
Yeah. I feel like my eyes just stay on Jesus as I'm being
Yeah,
pulled out.
yeah.
I'm like, thanks, Jesus.
At that point, you guys running to where you saw the angel fly towards, which thankfully the Queensboro Bridge is pretty close to St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go. I'm really out of shape.
I'm
And-
like kind of like way bringing up the rear, like I'll be there. I'm getting there. I'll be there in a moment.
So
You
can I-
you scout on ahead.
hold
You
anything
go
for you?
scouting.
Your cart, your grandfather, anything.
What?
Can I hold anything? Are you okay?
Yeah, you're so sweet for that, actually. And when I catch up to him, I fully hand him my cart and
Okay.
start walking forward.
Okay, and then I keep jogging forward with the cart.
So you guys make your way to St. Patrick's Cathedral. Here's the deal. For every hour it takes you to get somewhere, I roll a d6 to see how close you get to being annihilated by the fire and blood falling from the sky. So, at the
I
moment...
forgot there's blood, so we're just like...
Yeah, you're
caked
drenched in blood. You're literally drenched in blood. So at the moment, it only took you an hour to get here. So we're gonna roll. If I roll, I wrote this mechanic down. Hang on, we'll cut this out. But where did I put this fucking mechanic?
Said the sausage is made, folks.
Yeah, behind the scenes. Oh, okay. Here's how it actually goes. It's a skill. Okay, so it's a skill challenge. For every hour it takes you to get somewhere, you guys are gonna have to roll either a dexterity or vitality test to see if you can avoid taking any damage from the fire and blood falling from the sky. Because it took you 1 hour, you're gonna do this with 1 negative die. So
I'll do a vitality test.
you can do a vitality. Skip, what do you got?
Also do a vitality.
You'll do a vitality? Great. All right. So, with 1 negative die and 1 positive die, unless you have any bonuses that you would like to add, and also negatives.
I have a thing in there, apocalyptic ally. That's a positive in physical.
You are going to rescue your buddy Jason. I'll give you that.
Oh yeah.
Jody?
What does that mean?
Well,
But
you
you
also
guys
got to
roll
roll your
positive.
positive die, babe.
I didn't.
You didn't roll your positive die.
Wow.
Two
What are the odds?
successes.
Incredible.
And this is still around, but yeah.
Yeah, so you would take 1 point of physical stress if you didn't have that resistance built up.
You are a battle.
You also have a shield, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Your shield, 2 bonus physical resistance.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, write that down somewhere so that you have it, okay?
I forgot. I have battle granny.
Battle Granny!
It's a success.
That's a success. No matter how you slice it. No matter how you slice it. Good stuff. Skip. So, Skip, you resist all the physical damage as the fire and blood is raining from the sky. You guys manage to take refuge under scaffoldings of construction projects that have never been finished. And there are plenty in Manhattan. So you make your way over to St. Patrick's Cathedral, throw open the doors, and you see a crowd of people. You hear, Skip! And Beale runs up to you. Oh my god, you would not believe who's here. Look! And Beale gestures over, and you see, amidst the crowd, is that Abraham Lincoln? Is that Ronald Reagan? Is that Prince? This crowd of people, like, gathered around these famous figures, seemingly back from the dead.
First up, how is Ronald Reagan in church without bursting in flames? But secondly, what?
You know, I've never really been a fan of Prince's music.
We
We're
just
chill
lost
with
our entire
Reagan.
Minnesota law.
I'm putting that in a negative for Jody.
Bad
Doesn't like Prince. That is a negative. So you guys,
And I take a moment. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, but Bill, we saw. Is Jason here? We saw Jason.
Yeah. An angel brought us here. It's
Take
all
us to him,
crazy.
take us to him, take us to him,
Okay,
take us to him.
sure. Well, they went back there, and a door opens, and this large angel, bows underneath the door frame, pulling Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
In seemingly perfect health.
Am I now adorned in priest robes?
No.
I would have
You're
requested-
wearing exactly what you were wearing before.
Still covered in blood from the blood rain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rush up then and just throw people aside. Maybe I throw Ronald Reagan on the ground, and I just grab Jason and give him a big hug. I'm like, Jason,
I hug you back.
Jason,
Jason!
you're
Oh, okay,
okay.
guys.
Oh my god, I saw you die. I saw you fall off a fucking building.
Wait, you saw that?
Yeah.
Why did
We
you?
were being kidnapped at the time, but it was still very memorable.
Yeah, why
Oh.
did you jump off a building?
I got pushed.
Dude,
pretty sure.
dude, it's
No,
okay.
no, I definitely saw you do a swan dive.
No, it was more of like.
It was actually surprisingly graceful.
It
Yeah,
was
you
like
actually had pretty decent form. I used to swim in high school.
There was more of like a propeller. There was like a blast, and then I felt like a whoosh, and then I was. But I was fine.
You know,
I landed.
I believe you. Also, you know, if you need to talk about something, roof feeling down, like, you know, it's life's worth living.
No, I had to. I
get it. I get it.
Knocked back.
I get it.
I
And,
landed
like,
fine,
skip
and it was
winks.
all good.
It's like, yeah, I understand, man. I understand. And like,
No,
class is
I mean,
back.
look at me. I'm great. I'm
You
doing
look
great.
You
You
do
are
look great.
surprisingly great for someone who fell off.
Thank you guys very much. I gained a little muscle mass. But yeah,
Yeah, you want to answer us? I'm just wondering, the gears are turning. How the fuck?
Right. So basically, there was Paul came back into the gym, and then he was upset and saying that we needed to go to some sort of thing where we had to go take down Governor's Island or something, and then half the group wanted to hunker down in like a bunker or something, and then chaos ensued, and everybody was fighting each other. And then I, in a heroic effort, grabbed a bunch of survivors, like Beal and Rochelle, and we ran up to the roof to find you guys. And then you guys were gone, and we couldn't figure out where you went. And then we couldn't go back down the stairs because they were being crowded by the bloodbath that was happening down there.
I'm sorry, bloodbath?
Yeah, it was like they were murdering. Well, I don't know if they
Wait,
were
what?
murdering.
Wait. Who's murdering who?
So Paul was like fighting the other people at the gym.
This really broke down at that gym quickly.
It really went from 0 to 100, honestly. Kind of like this podcast.
Was there?
But
Was there steroids happening in that gym?
I think yes.
That makes a lot of sense now.
Right.
Yeah.
And honestly, with Paul's emotional fluctuations, I think we should really have a conversation about drug abuse.
No, yeah. He
Another
also
time.
had like a lot of energy, like he had really tiny shriveled up balls.
Right. Anyway, so stairs were crowded. I ended up getting pushed off the roof by an unforeseen force. I landed it. It was super graceful. Everybody else scaled down. They were fine. We hopped into a car. We powered with holy oil. We drove to try to get to you guys because we had some sort of clue that you were over in Long Island City or something. So we got over there. That was fine. And then Beal and I had a little prayer / diss track session where we really bonded, honestly. And then an angel came and pulled us away from this horseman.
We saw the angel. That's where we followed you. That's where we got here.
No way. Yeah, so what happened with you guys? So you guys were gone.
We were whisked off, actually kidnapped by
You know that motherfucker, that billionaire asshole?
Benjamin Franklin.
He looks like
Yes.
like a shitty Mr.
And this
Clean.
man had glasses and a very nice
I
frock
turn
coat.
to him and I say, "Did you fucking kidnap my friends?"
No,
I'm sorry?
not
No.
that one, the Mr. Clean billionaire.
Oh,
But Mr.
Dean
Franklin,
Franklin.
Are you really Benjamin Franklin?
I'm Benjamin Franklin.
Tell me something only the real Benjamin Franklin knows. How many French old women did you see?
Well, publicly, none. Privately, double digits.
Get out of here, you pervert! And I turn away.
he like scoffs and like
He was
walks off.
absolutely here to hit on Jody.
Wait, so it was Dean Franklin?
Yeah, that dipshit.
Yeah, the one, he's always on Fox News.
Yeah, dude, he's handsome. Sorry.
Beal goes, yeah, actually, he was kind of hot.
In like a J.K.
For like,
Simmons.
for like a 40-year-old guy, like,
I think he's older than that.
There's something rugged, about like the bald head.
Yeah, and like he's really healthy looking. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, something's wrong, but in a way that
But like
feels
evil,
right.
he's
Yeah.
evil. He's definitely evil.
Yeah,
One,
but like
maybe
evil
he's a
in a
demon.
sexy
yeah, but like
way.
he's definitely evil. One, because like you don't become a billionaire without being evil. But like two, he kidnapped us.
Right.
And
Oh,
like
yeah, because we explained to him that we met up with the angel that we healed. And apparently he wants to have a big business meeting to link up humanity with the divine. And now that I'm thinking back on it, I don't think it's for very altruistic reasons.
Right.
I think he might be a demon.
Yeah, I think like a lot of billionaires, he's like, and based on what we've seen him drink, like he's obsessed with like staying alive and staying young, and I feel like that's what he wants to meet with well, our angel friends.
I think
and
he's
their
one of
boss.
the people who's unlocking the gate of pizza. I read about
What?
it on the Facebook.
Pizza
the Pizza
Gate?
Gate.
That's
Gate
what
of
Pizzagate is?
Yeah,
I feel like that's mostly not a real thing, but if it was, if adrenochrome was real, I could absolutely see that vampire doing it. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
he wants to unlock the Pizza Gate.
So
to-
he wants to meet with the leader?
He does.
well, funny we should mention, because I got an in with Jesus Christ.
What?
Yeah, Jesus Christ is here, dude. I spoke to that guy.
You,
Is he
Jason Bourne.
is he in the room with us right now?
No, he's in like that room. But he said he's busy with stuff, doesn't want to be like disturbed or whatever, and he was gonna make me one of his saints, so I don't want to make him mad. But
Wait, just hold on 1 second. He's gonna make you a saint?
yeah, he thinks I'm sick. And
I mean, I also think you're sick, but maybe not in the same way you were thinking. Wait, I'm gonna try to go in the door that he was referring to.
Sure. Uriel is standing guard at the door at the moment.
Oh, hi. Thank you, because do I recognize them as the person who...
You recognize them as, yeah, the angel you saw flying earlier.
Oh my gosh, thank you for saving our friends. That's
Yes.
really kind of you. He says that maybe, Jesus is here, and, we were wondering if we might be able to see them?
See for yourself. And Uriel opens the door to an empty room. A broom closet.
Dude, how hard did you hit your head?
so
Because you look good.
I landed. But Uriel, where did Jesus go? Because I just spoke to that old guy.
Did you
Our
talk
Lord
to a
works
mob?
in mysterious ways.
Right, I've heard that about him.
That
But
is an unsatisfying answer.
But can he
Yes.
also
I
can
know.
he work in like a less mysterious one? Just because I'm gonna embarrass myself in front of my friends, you know?
I suggest you listen. And he gestures his head over towards now the podium,
Oh,
where a man is standing with a white powdered wig, a very nicely adorned frock coat, and as he smiles, something about his teeth don't seem quite real. He goes, "Hear ye, hear ye. It is I, Commander Washington, and I have called upon the various forces of the afterlife to lead a charge upon Governor's Island, where we will defend it from the machinations of the opposition." And the crowd murmurs a bit.
Oh, that's
He
Paul.
holds up a hand.
what?
Paul, he's the opposition.
Right. Yes.
Paul.
A question, Mr. Washington.
It's not question time yet. I'm busy speaking. Thank you. Now, we will have to divide our forces. As our intelligence reports to us that there are many agents of the opposition acting upon this island. But, should we be victorious, we will have won a key victory for God and a key victory for peace. So, gather your friends, gather your equipment, and we will set forth. Now, you may ask questions.
Well, I have one. From what I'm seeing a bunch of dead politicians and pop stars and rock stars, and I just don't comprehend Maybe it's because you all went to heaven for doing good things, and that's why you're working for Christ, and that's all well and good. But usually the people who are good at fighting are the ones that go to hell. I'm just gonna say it out loud. So I'm just wondering what exactly your plan to fight these people are, because I've seen the Paul, and he's a pretty big guy, and I don't mean to insult you, Mr. Washington, but I think he's gonna kick your butt. I think he's gonna kick your wooden teeth.
I mean, he's not exactly.
They're not wooden, they're donkey teeth, thank you.
I mean, to put it in perspective, I mean,
Oh,
Paul's
it's
a really
not
big
that
guy.
big of a bed.
He's not like a sleeping British soldier on Christmas. We're gonna have some trouble.
Yeah, like about the Second Amendment, we don't have muskets anymore, we have rifles. I pull one out and shoot a couple into the sky.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah.
I'm well aware. We are armed here. Our soldiers are equipped, and we are ready to do battle. This may not be the strongest fighting force. He gestures to Elvis. But I know that we can win, given enough cleverness.
It's not even Elvis, it's just Elvis Bell.
No, it's Elvis.
Oh, okay.
But he's Elvis at the end of his life.
Oh, I'm shit so bad.
And then he moves out of the way, and then Austin Butler's still there.
Awesome Butler's not
sure
here.
does hurt.
I don't like Austin Butler. Can't be in my story. He's in too many already.
Okay. Who is on the island?
Who is on the island?
We have not made contact with the citizens of Governor's Island yet, but we do have an idea that they are on our side.
Why?
Should we defend them?
I pull out my phone. My question is, how many Ubers am I calling to get us over there? My name is, of course, Jason Bourne, by the way. I'm going to be the new saint, probably commander of this operation. So
I'm putting you in charge of logistics. Now, gather your equipment and tally forth! And he gets down from the podium.
Tally! I say, expecting people to join me. But
Absolutely no one joins him.
All right. So, I'm thinking an XL.
So, do we know if the ferry station to Governor's Island is open and operating? Like, are
You
there
don't?
ferries? I say broadly, hoping that someone has an answer for me. Maybe the Angels.
Kara is there.
Kara.
As
Kara.
What is that?
Kara.
Kara.
Skip waves. Kara.
She walks
Kara,
over.
It's me.
Yes, I remember.
I promise we don't mean to bother you right now. We actually have a pretty serious question. We were on our way to Buddha Belly Burger, the headquarters, I think, because I looked it up on the Googly Maps.
Yes.
But then we got sidetracked by one of your colleagues helping our friend, and he apparently met Jesus. And I guess Jesus has entrusted him with a new mission.
Yes, Kara, I suppose you and I are now on an even playing field. Saint Jason Bourne, it's a pleasure.
I'm gonna push his hand down. Like,
We've met.
We don't know if is Jesus actually here, or is it like a?
Jesus was here, but is no longer available for contact.
See? Thank you! Kara, they just don't get that our Lord and Savior works in mysterious ways, so they're
Well,
a little
that's the
uncomfortable.
thing. It's getting very mysterious. It's just not necessarily what I expected.
From what? From Jesus?
Yes.
Have you read the Bible?
You can be pretty obtuse.
I've read the summary.
Ah.
Yeah. I've heard about it.
Spark
I've
notes.
talked about it.
Yes. Well, the Bible is
I've
very
seen the Passion of Christ.
good movie. It's a very interesting book. You should read it sometime.
Yeah, these fellas need a little education, but figure we'll get to that after we do our Governor's Island operation. Speaking of which, how many XLs are we going to need to get? Because this
Well,
is quite a lot of people.
She looks around. As far as I'm aware, the only force actually assaulting Governor's Island are volunteers, and she points over to the people being like sort of outfitted for battle. Some of them are given like axes and like short swords and shields, that kind of thing. and General Washington will be leading the charge. We have Martin Luther, and we have Mozart as well, who's going to be providing musical support. I'm not sure what that meant, but that was what I was informed, and I will be there as well.
Right. So,
Like cut to Mozart, he's like playing a harpsichord and like farting.
me being in charge of logistics, I think it's best that I have a conversation with these fellows, make sure that we're all on the same page about what to do, plan of operation when we get there. So,
I'm gonna crack your teeth in if you keep talking down to me like I'm a little child.
Jody's gonna come too. She's also in charge of logistics. I promoted her.
I suggest, if I may,
Okay.
that you spend the next few hours preparing. If you have any allies to call on, if you need any gear, if you need to acquire some resources, if there are any other divinities you can call upon, I would suggest you start to look into that now, because the assault is in 6 hours.
Got it. Okay.
I still am wondering, what about Buddha Belly Burger? Are we still doing that? Because I want to go to heaven. I don't really, I'm no saint.
If
He
you're
can be
fighting
a
in
saint.
God's army, you're going to heaven.
All right, then we're salting the island.
Onward, Christian soldiers. Just out of curiosity, like I saw like Mozart's here. Is there a Salieri?
Let me roll for it. I'll say on a 15 or higher, Salieri's here. Yeah, Salieri's sitting off in the corner, like grumbling to himself.
That's not like me.
Yeah, he's just like watching. He's like glaring daggers into Mozart's back, like. Okay, so what do you guys want to do?
All right.
Who do we know that we could call to help us out?
Head of Trader Joe's, the mechanics guys. Do we have any other major allies apart from those two?
We have a lot of guest stars that probably aren't coming back.
The mechanic lady and her people,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's pretty tough.
Yes, those two.
Anyone remaining from the gym who isn't already here?
They all went to like some sort of nuclear bunker or something. I don't know where they went.
What about the the influencers from the bar restaurant?
They could help us win the culture war. That's true.
Yeah.
So
I mean, half of every battle is
I'll
PR
help.
battle.
I'll help you out because, like, I have all the notes here. So the factions that you have made contact with, you've got the mechanics, you've got the influencers, you've got
Yes, the two genders.
yeah, I know. You've got the rest of Joe the Boss's crew, and then Trader Joe's.
Treacherous Joseph.
Treacherous Joseph. So, Devon, right? Joe the Boss
Are
from
there
the
any
family.
finance bros left?
Brad?
Yes,
One of the
Brad.
Brads.
Brad,
Yes.
yeah.
Bradley, I think.
Yeah.
So Bradley, and you have from Lagerfeld and Sons, Amaya is her name.
All right.
So I would say you have enough time to track down probably only one of those,
Oh.
or two of them, but that will eat up all of your time. So if you want to do just that, you can do that.
So we should probably, thinking back to who we know and who might be most capable for this kind of operation, probably the mechanics
I think
or
so.
Joe's crew.
I think it might be useful to have some undead on our side because they're harder to kill.
I mean, Ronald Reagan's already here.
Are
This
we
new
thinking-
economic policy doesn't make any sense.
Can I push him down
punch him.
again? Can I push down Ronald
We
Reagan?
kicked the shit out of them.
You ruined everything!
Hey guys, this guy ruined everything.
He's kind of the reason why all of this happened.
No, we show him Beal and he just bursts into flames.
What is that? It's not a man or a woman!
I thought I'd kill all of them with AIDS!
Ah!
Aww,
Oh, sad.
Ronnie.
Don't kill Ronnie. We need him for jokes. All right,
Well, we get to see him die in the storming of the...
maybe.
Oh, I want it. I want to use Ronald Reagan as a human shield.
Dying brutal.
Don't we all?
All right, so yeah, I think the mechanic.
The mechanics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So you're going to have to get there. It's in Williamsburg.
I call an oobs.
You're going to try for an Uber?
Do
Call
they
for
have any?
noobs.
Well, before we call noobs, I asked the angels, like, you happen to have? I see you have weaponry, armor. Do you have like an armored vehicle? That
Do you guys
might
have
be
fast
able-
travel?
You might be able to take to Brooklyn. We have some forces that might be able to assist us.
Can you fly us to Brooklyn?
I could fly you to Brooklyn, but you would be responsible for making your way back. We don't have any armored vehicles.
That's fine. We can get an Uber in Brooklyn.
Okay.
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 Let's fly to Williamsburg.
So, Kara gathers the three of you up and flies you off to Williamsburg.
Oh wow! I can see our apartment.
You can see the.
And then I see it gets smashed by.
So
a
yes,
meteor.
actually, as you're flying through the air, you could see various parts of Manhattan burning from the fire and blood that is falling from the sky. As you see that, off in the horizon, off of the south end of Manhattan, near the Statue of Liberty, you see a shape emerge from the water as it climbs onto Ellis Island. This massive form of a wolf, as it clambers its way onto the island, it bumps into the Statue of Liberty and tilts it fully before shaking itself off and setting its gaze on Manhattan.
Carol, what is that?
You don't want to know.
I kind of do.
We do. We just asked the question.
It's looking like from Ellis Island to Manhattan.
It is a monster, something raised from the underworld. It should not be here.
Right. Could you get any more specific than that?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
And she begins her descent down towards Williamsburg, dropping you off right where you need to be, in front of Lagerfeld and Sons.
Great.
She says, I must go prepare for the battle.
Good luck.
See you soon. And
All
she
right.
flies off.
Who's handling the talk on this one? I can't remember which of those they liked best. I don't think they liked any of us.
I
I
think
think I'm very likable.
you should talk to them, Jason.
You're right. And I will march in.
I'm gonna
Great.
slap him on the back and give him some hopefully a little bit of inspiration, some pep and stuff.
Yeah? Alright, cool.
You got this.
So you enter, and there's one of the workers behind the counter who's like flipping through a book. Oh. Hey.
I put my hands
It's
together.
you guys.
Put my hands together in
Hey.
a prayer form, and I say, "Blessings on you.
Yeah, right.
We've come and returned to offer you a place in God's army,
What?
if and so you choose to wish to go to heaven.
Heaven. Yeah. Why don't I get a Maya?
That'd
Right.
be great. There's more to it than that. It's very sane.
Right.
Sure. Okay.
Don't worry.
And he jumps down from the chair and walks into the back room.
I lean over to Skip. Am I doing too much of the God thing, or
A little,
A little too much of the
little-
God
okay,
stuff.
okay.
We're off
You're
putting.
not a saint yet.
After a
Right.
few minutes, the door swings open again, and Amaya steps back out. Oh, what do you want?
Maya, my sister. Sorry. My
Fuck,
sister.
you just call me?
Sorry. My friend. My.
Jody, what is he talking about?
So, we've been on a couple of adventures since, and I'm sure you've seen the monsters, but also the flying ladies with the wings.
Yeah.
They're angels.
Right.
And so it's kind of like a biblical thing.
Mhm.
And essentially, we've been given the chance to fight with them and go to heaven. And
We want you.
To what?
We were thinking
Fight.
that you and your survivors, your community, might be an incredible asset to this army, and in return for not only your service and your resources, you would go to heaven.
Whether you died then,
Look, we don't
Or
really
in the future.
do that actually. We got our own thing. But I'll tell you what. Come with me to the back room, and she throws open the doors. And
Is our friend Millie here still?
you would have to look for her.
Okay.
So she leads you back into the mechanical room where people are working, and you hear the clanging of hammers and the bursts of sparks of people, outfitting various pieces of equipment. She says, "We've been pretty hard at work. We've been doing a lot, but I think," she turns, she gets to a table. "I think we can offer you guys an edge in the coming fight, let's say. We're not really fighters ourselves. We're not very capable that way. As you can see, a lot of us here are pretty short. But we're very good crafters. So I thought you might like to take a look at some of these things." And she turns, and you can see now on the table and around are stocks and stocks of different kinds of weapons and armor, looks like plate armor, that have been put on these various mannequins. And she says, "We've made some pretty special stuff in the past week, and I think it's going to be a real hit. So, you got currency?
Yeah, we got cans.
You got cans?
Yeah.
This is for sale."
Great.
How many cans?
4,000.
How many cans are they selling
Well,
for?
I'll tell you, each thing is for different amounts, right?
Tell us about it.
Okay. So, we got half plate armor. That's going to be $1,000. We got studded leather armor, $300. We got full plate armor, $2,500. Or we got some swords, about $1,000 per, depending on the weapon, but ballpark. We also got some specialty stuff in the back. I don't know if you want to take a look.
Ooh, specialty. I'll have a look at that.
Yeah. All right. She goes further into the back, pulls out like a small cart. This is just a sampling of what we got. This, she gestures to this short sword. It's like this gilded, sort of like one-handed short sword, and in the hilt has been etched LOL. This is a sword of laughs. You want to know more about what it does? You're going to have to figure that out. But needless to say, you know somebody funny? This is for them. These are robes, and it's these like cozy looking, not quite like a bathrobe, but sort of like a muumuu. And like they shimmer these like various colors. This is robes of wisdom. Very good for people who have to think on their feet and have to see the battlefield or their objective from sort of like a grand perspective. And then this, and she gestures to a shopping cart with some rockets, duct taped to it. Well, I honestly can't recommend this, but Louis made a rocket cart. He really wants me to sell it.
How much for all three of these specialty items?
Let's see. The swords, two. The robes are 15, and the rocket cart, honestly, you can probably have it for $250.
Well, we have a voucher for 4,000. You want to just give them that, and then we can call it a day?
Yeah, sure. We'll take the specialty items.
All right.
Deal. She hands you over this rocket-propelled shopping cart.
Jody, that's a you.
Did we each get a voucher for 4,000?
No, one voucher for 4,000.
You get the sword,
Oh, okay.
because you're funny. And
So-
I'll get the robes,
So
because I'm a
nice.
saint.
Amazing. So I'll tell you what all of these are. So these Sword of Laughs is a gilded one-handed short sword, and as you pick it up, it seems to vibrate a little bit, and you hear echoing around you, sort of ethereal, are these like giggles. In the hilt has been etched LOL. The way this weapon's gonna work, you make a joke, depending on how big of a sincere laugh you get, your next strike of this weapon will be powered up. So it gives you plus X amount of positive dice and 2 plus X amount of damage per strike. Okay?
Okay.
So,
Can I power it up in advance?
yes,
Like
it's like the
strike that.
next hit. So if you're like with a crowd of people and you have a really good joke and you get a big laugh from that crowd, the next hit you take with it is going to be powered up. Cool?
Can you imagine that actually, like, in war?
Yeah, it's insane.
Like,
It's so cool.
Literally, people are dying around you, and then some random guy is like, "What's the deal with airplane food?"
The dying people all cackle. Yeah.
When I pick it up,
The laughs of the dead.
feeling the pure comic energy flowing through it, I'm gonna say, two cannibals were eating a clown, and one turns to the other and says, "Are you gonna finish that? I saw them and fit that."
I'll give that a 2. So right now it is +2 dice, +4 damage.
Okay.
All right. The Elder's Robes. 2 physical resistance, 3 mental resistance, 1 social resistance. These robes are. It sort of looks like a muumuu, but you can, in the middle of anything, you can make a logic test. If you succeed, you immediately recall a fact or situation that will help you in your next test. So it'll give you a positive die, right? Whether it be like some random factoid from the internet or some different perspective of seeing this.
Yeah.
But if you fail that logic test, you will lose track of what you were thinking about,
Right.
and you will have a negative die added
Right.
to the check.
Okay. All
Risk
right.
reward. The rocket cart gives you a positive feature, the swift feature. At any time, you can activate the rocket cart and zoom in any direction. So if you need to get somewhere really fast, it's great for that. However, if you need to change direction while you're zooming, that's not going to go so well, and it gives you the negative feature going too fast, which will add a negative die to any dexterity test that you try to make while you're zooming. Okay? Those are your special magic items.
All right.
All right. So you guys have at this point about 4 hours left. It's going to take you some time to get wherever you need to go next. You can try and go get some more gear or resources. You can try and find some allies to join you in the fight, or you can perform a ritual. Your
We
call.
need allies. I say we go to Joe's.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Donatello speaks up. Yeah, I think I know where the boss would head.
All right.
So-
Do you?
Can you put it into this Uber?
Oh. His ripped, ridden hand grabs the phone. He goes, oh. What is this?
So you press right here,
Okay.
and then what you're gonna do is
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
type the address in.
Well, let me help. I'm gonna pick. What's the name of the place?
It would be the old police precinct.
Which one?
The HQ downtown.
Oh, okay. Like the one that's all like near Park Place.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And I put that into it. Like, thank you. I hand it back to you.
Perfect.
Great.
We get an Uber.
Well, that's the thing. I gotta roll for the Uber.
I choose
The-
to believe with all of the Ubers we've taken, they've gotten more and more Mad Max-like.
Yeah.
Like,
The apocalypse has progressed so far that we are
Capitalism
really going to see.
never dies.
I'm going to say if I roll an 18 or higher, you get an Uber.
Right.
All right?
I feel like it's like, there's water and snacks in the back if you want it. Do you need a charger? Shh, witness me.
15.
it's a person
You go to call an Uber and it says no service available.
Or like it gets to us and then like gets hit by a meteor.
It just you know what it does actually? It says, "We found your Uber. Wait 1 moment to be updated for details." And then it just keeps loading.
It'll come any minute, guys.
I think we might need to mosey on our own. I'm gonna look around to see if there's any means of transportation. Is there like a hipster bike? Because we're in Williamsburg.
Well, we have the holy oil still, right?
Like,
Yeah.
Maybe I should hold on to this.
That worked one time.
We can holy oil the car.
Is there like a SUV or something big?
Yeah, looking around, it's not hard to find an SUV parked on the side of the street.
An SUV.
All right. How are you going to do that?
Find some like cardboard and just like something to wrap my hand in, and I'm gonna break in the window.
Amazing. Make a dexterity test. 1 positive, 1 negative. You're holding a sword, by the way.
Well, put it down and do this.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. Oh, right, because you don't want to waste it. Yeah.
And so I pass.
Okay.
And
And you resist the stress.
I do.
So you bust the window out this car. Great. You get in.
I'm gonna pop the gas tank.
Yep.
like and try to fill it up. Like
Yep.
before.
Amazing. Cool. Yeah, the car roars to life, and you now have another vehicle.
Get in.
All right, so it takes you 1 hour. So I'm gonna roll. So you need to roll a driving test. So that's gonna be a dexterity test with 1 negative die, and 1 positive die, and 1 negative die, because yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's 3 5s, and so the 5s cancel out, and I'm left with 1 negative 5.
Okay, so so here's what happens. This is fun. So you start driving back across the Williamsburg Bridge, and all of a sudden,
I put the radio on.
you put the radio on. All of a sudden, the car lurches as something lands on top. What do you do? As it starts to, you hear shh as the bumper begins to drag against the ground.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna pop up through the sunroof with my rifle that we got from Mr. Franklin. And
So it's funny that you try to pop the sunroof because you look up and you see that through the window is an ass just sitting on the top of the
Cool,
car.
I'm gonna shove the gun into it and fire.
Nice ass.
It's a very big ass, pretty dimpled, and connected to a very large, rotund creature.
Great.
You're gonna shoot this gun.
I'm going to shove it in the butthole, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
All are deaf now.
Dexterity test with a rifle. That is going to be +2 positive dice.
Battle Granny 1.
Yep.
Negative
Yep.
for any other reasons.
Not that I'm aware of. No negatives per se.
Yeah.
Actually, because you're firing point blank, I'm gonna give you 1
Yeah.
negative for that. Okay. Go ahead.
Fail.
That's crazy.
Fail.
He's mad.
Yeah, that's 2
No.
failures.
2 failures. Any successes?
No.
But no negative dice left.
No negative dice left. So you fire, and the bullet breaks through the sunroof, buries itself in the ass, and is seen no more. But the being does not move, and instead you see that the ass shifts, and the roof is dented as something pushes into it. It's not stopping.
Did it stop my car?
It's slowing you down significantly.
Am I still moving at any kind of like speed?
You're moving at a speed that it's pretty slow. I mean, under 20 miles an
If
hour.
I slammed on the brakes, would it maybe dislodge this thing?
You can give it a try.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah. So give
I'm
me,
like, brake check everyone.
give me just a. This will be a test, an opposed test.
Now that I'm seeing things kind of like Bradley Cooper in Limitless with my new robes,
Sure, yeah,
can
that's
I
how I would
also
describe it.
process physics and try to give him more guidance on how
Yes.
exactly to pressurize
Absolutely.
the brake pedal?
Beautiful
Why not?
minding it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a logic test.
You
Yeah.
see equations in front of your face.
Success.
Success. You realize based on where you are and what happened before, this is probably the same troll that stopped you guys last time.
Right.
And what you remember about that troll is that he was very top heavy with little legs.
Yes. Right. He's very top heavy with little legs. Perhaps if you ease slowly onto the brake, before then jolting it forward, he will immediately tumble.
Add a positive die. Okay. You gotta beat the amount of successes he gets. So you can make this dexterity or logic, your call.
I'm gonna say logic. Can I add my calculated risk then?
Sure.
This includes a negative stuff.
And then
Yeah.
I come back to myself and go, whoa, guys, I just blacked out for a second.
He got 2 successes.
Alright, so 1 success. No negative, but 1 failure.
All right, so you try to stop, and the car lurches, and he goes, "You will not pass."
When I say fuck this, I pick up the sword and I shove it up his ass.
Ooh, Now give me a dexterity test.
Can I make another logic test to see what angle he should strike the sword?
He's doing this unilaterally.
So I have 1 for the sword, an additional 2 for the sword because I charged it.
Correct.
Do I get anything else to it?
Unless you have any positive features. This is a dexterity test for sure.
Dexterity. Apocalyptic ally?
Nah. I don't think so.
There's 3?
Yep.
So that's going to be 2 successes, 1 failure.
2 successes, 1 failure. Yeah, okay, so with 2 successes, that is
That's good. +4.
definitely going to work, and it's +4 damage. So you stab up through the roof of the car, he goes, "Ah!" and rolls off the roof to try and grab you guys from the side.
As soon as he rolls off, I want to floor it.
You want to floor it? That's great. But it is his turn, so he's going to try and grab the car.
Yes, you can have it.
So what I'll say is this is going to be another opposed check. It's a driving test, so probably dexterity. Add your negative die because you're a nervous driver now. Boo, 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 boo.
But apocalyptic ally because my friends are in the car?
I'll grant it, and I'll say at this point, the other 2 of you can try and do something as the troll is trying to grab onto the side of the van.
I'm gonna sing because I remember he liked singing, this troll.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Go
So
for it.
I'm gonna go. Jesus! You started to believe.
Great. That's a negative die for him. Cool. All right. You're good. Jody, anything? Anything from you?
I'm gonna. No, I wouldn't know that.
You were alive in the 70s.
No, you saw Jesus.
You saw
Christ
Jesus
Superstar.
Christ Superstar, I would imagine.
You did a lot of.
Is there
blow
anything?
back
Is there
in your
anything that you
day.
think Jody specifically wants to do here?
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. 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 Jody.
I'm gonna kind of angle myself out the window and yell at him. This is why your mother never loved you. You're a good-for-nothing piece of garbage, and you're never gonna amount to anything.
Make a charisma test. Just one positive die, unless you have any other bonuses.
No.
Nope. All right, here we go.
Wait,
So you got to beat the amount of
did I
successes.
get anything additional for the Jesus Christ Superstar?
He got a negative die for that.
Oh, okay, good.
He got 2 successes.
Alright, and it's dexterity.
Yep.
I got 3 4s, which is 1 above my dexterity.
So he grabs the
and
side of
I
the
still have
car.
1 failure
Yeah.
too.
He grabs the side of the car and pulls you to a stop before wrenching open the passenger side door and goes, "Total!" And we'll take a break.
I have really bad luck with cars.
Huge shout out to our sponsors and our Patreon members. Patreon members like Ryan, like Gianni, like Amy Clark, like Christina Winsey. We are so thrilled to have you, and we are excited to give you guys some behind the scenes content. We are sponsored proudly by Protagonist Syndrome. That's my business, which you can check out in the link below. And a coach, I work with performing artists to help you meet the demands of a real life working in the performing arts. Sponsored by Sassy LaFay Productions. Sassy LaFay, the nymph of New York, beautifying New York City, one burlesque gig at a time. You can catch her regular show at Sid Gold's, and a lot of new projects coming up to be announced. Stay tuned for those. And now back to the show.
Okay, so as the troll rips open the passenger side door and goes, "Troll, troll!"
I already poked the troll hole.
What do you do?
I'm gonna floor it.
Right. You're gonna floor it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna floor
Great.
it.
Give me a driving test, another dexterity test.
So it's just
Just positive, negative this time.
that is a failure.
Failure?
Oh,
All
no,
right.
it's a success.
Success.
With 1 negative.
So the troll is holding on to the side. You floor it, and the car starts to go. Jason, are you doing anything?
Yes, I would like to make. I would like to make a logic test to determine what his childhood might have been like.
Yeah, you can go for it.
What's your mind balance, Jason?
Success.
Success. You look at this troll, you see his gluttonous form, and you recall what you remember about trolls. They are often very solitary creatures. They freeze in direct sunlight. They turn to stone. And they are supposed to have clans. They're actually, yeah, I said solitary, and that's really stupid because that's actually not true. They are typically like clan creatures. There's like usually like a clan of trolls, like 3 or 4, and they tend to like go around as big groups. But this guy's just by himself.
I would say, I saw your brother at the Queensboro Bridge.
Oh.
He said he missed you, and he wanted to see you.
Make a make a charisma test for me, buddy.
Wait, can I say this by putting on music?
You're already doing something.
Damn it.
Because it's a vulnerable thing? No,
No,
I would actually
I don't
never.
think so. It does add a positive die to this
Okay.
as well.
1 success.
1 success. Okay. He's listening.
Okay.
All right. He's starting to lose his grip on the car.
Okay.
Jody, anything from you?
No.
You're gonna do nothing. You're gonna choose to forgo your turn and do nothing. Just want to make that clear.
I mean, you're driving. You're psychoanalyzing him. You don't have a single idea what
Okay.
to do.
So, the troll is going to attempt to reach into the car and grab you, Skip. He's unfortunately did not lose his grip on the car. So, that is 2,
Do I
3.
oppose?
You can oppose. Yeah, you can make.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
It's
he
too
was
late.
still
I'm
in
sorry.
the car.
You need to beat a dexterity test.
So just negative, just positive.
I will give you that because the angle is bad, you get 2 positive, and because you can angle the car away from him, you got to try and beat him.
Okay.
Give it a go.
2 successes.
2 successes. So he crit. So
Well, never mind.
sorry.
Okay. Why did you even have me roll?
Because you could have crit. If you had crit, then it would have been different.
I mean, I
But
did
he
get 1 crit.
You got 1. He reaches into the car, grabs you by the shoulder, and pulls, wrenching you and the
Guys!
seatbelt
Guys,
out.
guys,
The
help!
car skids a few feet further away, and he reaches you up into there. He looks you dead in the eyes. Troll toll now.
Can I stab him in the eye?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that
Okay.
with my sword.
Go for it.
It's no longer charged,
Yeah.
unless you count that I poked his troll hole as a joke.
Nobody laughed.
Okay. That's fair. I didn't either. But so it's how many white dice do I roll?
So, dexterity test.
Okay.
1 because you have a sword. Yep. And then that's it.
Okay. 1 success, 1 fail.
1 success, 1 fail. Okay, great. So, you hit him, and you do 2 damage. It
This is in addition to
doesn't
4.
quite get his eye. It slashes at the side of his face, and he roars. It's the party's turn. Jason, Jody, you're in the car. You can get out. It's going to be your movement to get out.
No, I think I gotta try to stop the car, so I'm gonna like jump into the driver's seat
Try and
try to
Sure.
try to reposition that.
Great.
as
I'll
best
say
I
that's a
can.
pretty easy test. So that's just, that is dexterity test. No negative dice. I
Oh
think.
gosh. Oh, that was a success.
Actually, because you're in a moving car, I'll say 1 negative dice, please.
Okay, fair enough. No, that's a no. No for me.
No for you.
Nope.
The car is still somewhat out of control, and it goes a little further than you wanted it to.
right.
Jody.
The car is moving pretty rapidly, but I'm gonna try and peep out the window and fire at the troll.
Fire at the troll.
Yeah.
Great. Go for it. It's a
Probably.
rifle, so it's gonna be 2 positive dice.
And then definitely a negative because it's a moving car.
Yep.
That it?
Yep.
I mean,
That's
can
it.
I add Battle Granny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 1 6. Oh, this cancels out actually. And then it's 2 failures.
So unfortunately, the shot goes wide. The car is just moving a little too
Roll to
fast.
see if I hit Skip.
No, I'm not going to do that. We're not playing that kind of
Careful!
game. We're not playing that kind of game today.
Hello, are we?
Just blow him away.
Jesus.
Skip died.
So you slash the troll. He is going to. He's going to hit you. He's going to punch
He's
you.
gonna try.
Yeah,
I have a shield.
that's true. So he is going to roll his dice and try and punch you. That is 1 success. Because he's grabbing you, I'm going to say it auto hits. Normally it would do 3 damage.
But it does. I have plus
But
2
because
physical.
of your shield and you have 2 physical resistance,
I take it and I spit out a tooth.
damn
And
right.
I-
All right,
Is that all you got?
back to you. What are you gonna do?
I am going to I don't have a joke. I was trying to think of a troll joke and I have no fucking joke.
Sorry.
It's okay, that's on me. I am going to just try to fucking stab him in the eye again.
Sure, go for it. Roll to attack.
Son of a fucking bitch. 2 again.
Yeah, you're in his grasp, so 1 negative die as well.
2 failures and 1 negative.
Oof. As you go to slash him, he shifts his grip and it just throws you off.
Ah!
You can't quite hit him.
Guys, I need a little help. Little help.
We're trying here.
What are you doing?
I'm spinning the car.
All right.
Ah!
And then I'm gonna make a logic test to see where on his leg I can hit him to inflict the most damage.
I love it. Give me your logic test.
It's a crit.
It's a crit?
Yeah.
Amazing. So, you see that because he's just got little legs, you kind of want to hit him at an angle so that it'll, so he is thrown off balance.
Yeah.
So that adds a positive die to your next check. You are making a driving test, which is a dexterity check.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
So, positive.
Okay.
Do you have any other reasons why we should add more positives?
No.
Nope. Okay. This is a stressful situation, so we're adding a negative.
Okay.
Hit the troll with the car.
No negative die. They canceled out, but I failed.
You failed. So you try and swipe into this guy, but the car is just still a little bit difficult to control, and you just don't quite connect. Jody, you're driving past the troll now. Anything you want to do?
Driving past its leg.
Just open the car door and hit him in the shin.
1 second, please. No, I don't have grenades. Sorry.
He's holding Skip. We throw a grenade and it explodes.
Yeah.
What about those eggs?
Here's what I'm gonna do.
For the
Oh yeah,
water.
egg him. Yeah.
I'm going past him.
Jody, you have an axe.
Oh yeah.
You have a
I forgot about
literal
the
axe. Yeah.
I'm gonna hack at his leg.
Go for it. You reach out the window, swing at him.
Oh, this fucking
Battle.
dog.
Add a positive die for battle granny, and add that is a large bladed melee. So add 2 positive dice. Wow, crazy. Still 1 success. So you launch into this
Wait,
troll.
is it a vitality or is it dexterity?
It's dexterity.
Got it. Yeah.
It's 2, so it's 1 success.
So 1 success. So you slam into this troll with your axe. Because you're moving at high speed, you do extra damage. So you end up doing 5 damage. He's on his last legs.
Famage.
And it's not looking good for him. Skip, I'm going to need you to make a dexterity test to see if you can escape the troll's grasp at this point.
This one?
Yeah, just the one. Unless you have anything else.
I pass.
Great. And you managed to slip out of his grasp, down onto the ground. He is heavily wounded, and he's going to, I think he's going to try and run away.
Can I attack of opportunity?
I'll let you do that in this instance because he's heavily wounded.
I'm gonna slash his fucking tiny Achilles.
Alright, so he's going to make a dexterity test to try and get away, and you are going to make a dexterity test to try and hit him. If he succeeds more than you succeed, then he gets away.
So I have
One success for him.
1 basic, 1 for the sword,
Yep.
and then anything else? I'm
do you have
really pissed
anything?
off.
No.
Okay.
Go for it.
I have a crit and a failure.
Okay. Because you evened out, the defender is going to win. So he runs away, whimpering in pain, as you swing after him, chasing him off. But he like gets just past your reach, weaving through some cars, sort of throws himself over, starts climbing out down the side of the bridge.
Yeah, get fucked, shit lips.
Yeah, I'd say we let him go, and I'll open the passenger door for you, Skip, and I'll say, "Peace be with him." I think.
Nah.
I'm trying it out.
All right, let's go.
All right, and then I'm driving to our original intended destination, the grandpa's hideout
Yeah.
or whatever.
I'm gonna turn back on the radio.
Ain't no sunshine when you...
As you guys drive off into the distance, it's not lost on you that before, you probably never would have been able to take that troll at all. And now, working as a team, you have managed to successfully fight off the bridge troll.
Yeah.
That's the real troll toll.
That's the real
Friends we
troll
made
toll.
along the way.
That's right.
And I think we're going to learn the wrong lessons from that. and not collaborate in the future.
That's awful. All right. So you guys drive off now down to the old police precinct. You make it there, no issue, and you pull up to the side.
I don't like this place.
It looks dark, and as far as you can tell, there's nobody guarding the place. What do you do?
I mean, you can't get that close to the precinct because they have a lot of barricades up.
Yep. This is like the old police HQ.
Jody, I think you got to lead this one with your gramps, maybe?
No, we'll both go in. We're both gonna go in.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
talk to him.
Yeah. Is there any way? Is there a path through the barricades, or are they full?
You could walk.
Yeah, we're gonna walk.
Okay. So do you bring your gramps in your cart?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Are
Bella's still in the cart, by the way.
Yeah, she's coming.
Okay, he's petting
She's a
her.
good negotiator.
He's like petting, he's like holding her.
Are we headed along too, or are we hanging out?
What do
It's
you
your
guys-
call. I think I'll stay in the car for a quick getaway.
I'm gonna stay in the car also and try to bandage myself up a little bit. I haven't really taken the time to try to. I'm not gonna drink my healing juice, but I am going to try to patch myself up.
Okay, I'll say you can make a logic test to see how you can patch yourself up, and that might give you 1 point of physical stress
Zachariah,
heal.
can I make a logic test to see how he should patch
Why
himself
not?
up?
Why
Oh
shouldn't you?
yeah.
That's why I gave you
Success.
that. Add a positive die. Logic test.
Give me some of those. I also want. This is for logic.
Yeah,
Underwater basket weaving.
sure.
Wait, fuck, that's a negative.
It's a negative. Yeah,
Give me
add
a
it.
negative.
Add it. Add it.
And calculated risk. So give me one more. Negative and positive.
Positive.
Oh,
Go.
okay.
You got one success, so you heal 1 point of physical stress.
Yeah.
That takes
buddy.
your resistance down. Down from you had 4, you now have 3. Great. Normally we would be adding traumas. One note about this game: we're supposed to have been adding traumas this whole time. I don't feel like doing that because it's really annoying to keep track of, and you can fight me on that point.
I had a trauma. It was a broken skull, but
yeah.
Jesus healed it.
That's right. Jesus healed your trauma.
I saw my friend seemingly jump off a building.
Yeah, that's sad.
No, I was pushed.
I also shat my brains out.
That's pretty fun.
trauma.
I like that one. Hey, so, Jody, you are able to enter this precinct should you choose to.
I do.
Great. The halls are dark, and your footfalls echo as you walk through, but you can see at the end of the hallway there is some light peeking through a set of doors.
I'm gonna approach the door.
Donnie turns to you. You want to do the talking, or should I?
We'll do it together. We're family.
Like family.
Nice.
So you throw open the doors. At the other, there's like a bullpen, right? And seated around are a bunch of undead mobsters. Some of them have been patched up since you last saw them, but over in an office in the back, you could see Joe the boss. They all turn, see you. Some of them draw Tommy guns, some of them draw revolvers. And Donnie holds up his hands. Wait! You gotta listen to me. It's me, Donatello. And my granddaughter, Jody.
Guess you could say I was real hungry because I came back for seconds.
Somebody take me to Joe. He owes me that much at least. And some of the mobsters look at each other. One of them steps forward. All right, Donnie. I'll do you this last piece of respect. And you are guided to the office, the big office, where Joe, in all of his fat undead glory, sits. What can I do for you? Oh, it's you.
Before you woke up, during this apocalypse, where were you?
It was cold. It was dirty. I suffered in the freezing winds for what felt like an eternity.
You were in hell.
Yeah.
What if I told you I could find a way to take you up to the top?
All the way to the top?
All the way past the clouds, past the sun.
Well, I'd say that's quite an offer. But what's stopping me from putting a bullet in you right now?
Because I'm the only ticket you got of going up high.
What's this way to get to the top you talking about?
Fight for the Lord himself.
The Lord?
The Lord.
You talking about Jesus Christ?
I'm talking about Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus Christ. You're talking about Jesus
I
Christ.
sure am. You've seen what's going on out there.
Yeah.
And you know who's combating it? The man with the plan. He's invading Governor's Island to save, I guess, some of his disciples. We're not really sure yet. But those who fight in God's army have a ticket to go into heaven.
You telling me, after all that time I spent in hell, if I fight for God's army, he'll really send me to heaven? After everything I done?
If he made the offer to me, he's gonna be able to make the offer to you. Believe me.
He could make the offer, but he didn't. And he hasn't. You're here. So what makes you think that you got enough pull with the big man to get me and the family into heaven? What makes you think that?
I don't. I'm living on a fucking prayer, literally.
That
I'm
ain't
gambling.
That ain't no good deal.
You don't like gambling? Because let's look at the odds here. You'll be stuck on here, on the surface, doing what? Your usual? Who are you making deals with? And sooner or later, there's probably gonna be nothing here at all. No toys for you to play with. Or you could risk it and spend eternity sipping wine on the coast. I don't know what heaven is like. What do you think it's like? Don't you want to find out?
It's like the homeland. It's like everything I miss.
Have you even been there? Do you even speak Italian? I don't.
See.
Oh shit.
Roll a
Oh,
charisma test. Give me a charisma test.
Okay.
Positive die because Donnie is speaking for you.
And positive for family.
Positive for family. That's right. Anything else you got?
Straight shooter.
Straight shooter.
'Cause I'm
Okay.
being pretty straight.
You're being straight up with him. You told him the truth. He likes that.
Success, failure.
3 successes.
1 failure.
With 3 successes, he goes.
One was a crit too.
One was a 1. Goes. I got nothing else to lose. I got nothing else to gain. The way I see it, you're part of the family now. All right?
I'll
You and Don, you're back in. Now, as long as you tell me that this ain't no Fugazi offer, and I'm with you.
What does Fugazi mean?
Donnie was. It's like, like it's not real.
Oh, okay. It's real. I'll show you it's real. And I give him one of the eggs.
Oh my god. Is this edible?
I have no fucking idea.
He cracks it, drops it into his mouth, and like his skin heals itself instantly, and he suddenly looks not alive, but not like the horrible stinking corpse that he was before. Oh my god. You really are sent from God. He bursts out of the office. Boys! We got a chance of redemption! We got a chance at going to heaven! 3 cheers for our Goomba and his granddaughter! Hip hip! Yeah! Hip hip! Yeah! Hip hip! Yeah! And you lead the undead mob out from the police precinct to your van.
On the way out, I've got a question for you.
Yeah, ask.
Where are your wives?
And they all start muttering, I don't know, I haven't seen her. I'm not sure.
They were good women. They went to heaven.
They actually went to heaven. That's really fucking funny, actually.
So, you guys, I assume you can't fit the whole mob into the van.
Oh, that.
No, we can squeeze. We can.
You give it a shot?
Well, how'd they get here?
They're all undead. They can
all
just bend their...
Yeah.
How did they get here?
So you fold them up like folding chairs, throw them all into the trunk, and it's a real party on the way down. So I'll say you're actually not very far from thsi, where you need to go to get to the ferry to Governor's Island.
Yeah.
So
Let's head it.
you guys pull up, you see the ferry, you see Governor's Island in the distance, and you see on the river, making its way over, another boat. Looks to be like a yacht that's been commandeered. You see figures standing on the yacht, and you see at the very edge, very tip, a tall, muscle-bound figure wielding a longsword, staring off towards the island. And we'll pick it up there for the finale.
Bum, bum, bum.
It's George Washington on
Thank
steroids.
you so much for listening. This has been another episode of the One Adventure More podcast. If you want to check out our Patreon, please do. It is linked below, where you can get some behind-the-scenes content, throw some of your own stuff into the campaign. I know, crazy. Vote on future seasons. What? And be part of the general discussion. Please come check us out, and until next time, we'll see ya.